Pete there.
Welcome to Rishabukto, folks. We're at the Imperial Center as your Moncton Hawks are about to take on the Southern Rangers for first place overall. Both teams separated by 1 point with the exact same number of games. So the top spot up for grabs tonight.
Dexter McLaughlin getting the start in net for the Hawks. And Sterling Baskin getting the start in net for the Rangers.
This should be a big one. Hawks played 1 game here earlier this year. 6-1 victory in an exhibition against the Charlottetown Islanders. It got physical, Tony. Let's see how this one plays out. In deep right away, that sneaks by Baskin. Hawks pick it up on the other side, try to reverse it down low, and Cormier almost gets a shot from a nice little angle there. That's stripped away by Boudreau. Boudreau throws that one towards the net. It's tipped, but goes wide. Rangers now move through the neutral zone. And that's poked away as the native Abel Agnew able to get that one off his stick. He reverses it now. Not quite hard enough over to Boudreau, but Boudreau had to come down for it. Finally knocked away on the second effort. Boudreau sends it over to Arsenault. That's picked off. Now Kosoboom gets the red. Sends it across to Travis. Travis tries to walk and shoot. Dexter makes a nice little save for his first shot on net.
Slight alterations for the 2 top lines for the Hawks with Dominic Cormier and Jay Cornette Patterson switching assignments.
Millier knocks that over to his partner, but it's stripped away out front. Nice pickup there by Millier as he stopped the pass from behind the net. Rangers, we talk about this a lot, Tony, how they work it. Really good from behind the net to in front or east to west. They're not a typical get it to the point and fire it in for a tip. They really look for those passes and the one-timers. Rangers deep in their zone. They wrap it around their own net. That's a little bit of a miscue as Cormier picks it up, but miscue back the other way, and Rangers able to clear that one. That one's shot in from the red line off the side of the net. Rangers now bumped off the puck, but they get it in deep just before it's yelled offside, so everybody's clearing up here. Rangers D-to-D pass. Move it up to the red, chip it in, trying to pick it up is Hall on the other side. Hall trying to feed it to the middle. That's knocked down. And great job there by Kosoboom as he steps up at the red line. That's another thing I'd like to see the Hawks do a little bit better here tonight, Tony, is stand people up early rather than back off like Travis walked right in on that first shot. As the D weren't. A little battle here. Somebody's getting a penalty. As it looks like Martin and Kosoboom get caught up in the back end there. And Kosoboom will be going to the box as the Hawks will go on the power play. Starting things off here on the power play is Boudreau, Cornette Patterson, and Arsenault. Patterson wins the draw. Gaudette now has got lots of room to send that over to Agnew. Agnew just rifles that towards the net, but that's knocked down. fires it up to Arsenault, who chips it over to Cornette Patterson, drops it back for Arsenault. Arsenault over to Agnew. Agnew back up to Arsenault. Arsenault's got a little lane here to walk in and fire a shot, and he scores! That may have been tipped in front, I'm not sure. It definitely went off somebody, and it looks like Cornette Patterson's leading the charge here, so he must have got a stick on that one, Tony, as he gets the first tip-in goal of the night. Looked like Celebrini on that first goal of the year, or Olympic.
Yeah, and that'll be well received. I think it had been 5 periods maybe since our last goal. And we know that we've been struggling on the power play, so killing 2 birds with 1 stone just there.
Well, a little change up in the lines, and success has happened early. Cadet tries to fire that in, but during the attempt, fanned on the puck. But it's in deep now, and the Hawks are first on it. Rangers now chip it behind the net. That pass is off cue. As Agnew able to chip that away, but it comes right back to him. Agnew over to Gadet. Gadet fires it up, looking for the stretch pass, as Cornette Patterson was looking to split the D. Boudreau on charge now. He's going to get a hooking call by the looks of this one. Well, with 4 minutes into the game, we already have 2 penalty calls. Hopefully this settles things down here after this, but chips that behind the net. Richard tries to fire it out, but it doesn't quite make it. Now behind the net. Rangers looking to set up, but Fournette able to get a stick on that. Amelia gets fired into the boards. He took that one pretty good. Any normal man, Tony might have went down hard on that hit. Now along the side, Amelia takes a whack at it, and that goes the length of the ice. Baskin fires that right up. Van Horsen didn't like his option, so he fired it right back down. Nice little chip to Travis. Trying to catch it on the other side. Travis looking across for Van Horsen. And we talk about this, Tony, before the game. These are the 2 guys, Travis and Van Horsen. You got to keep an eye out. And when they're on the ice, you cannot leave them alone. There's a tip wide as the Rangers get in the diamond formation. Now behind the net, looking to make that centering pass again. That one's right on the stick of Fournette. He's able to knock it down the ice. Hawks go for a change. Got to be quick here, as lots of room for the Rangers to skate the length of the ice and get it right into the zone. The Rangers work back up as they try to work this power play. From the side, looking to go stretch pass. And again, Tony, it's there if it gets through. Nobody's being aware of this. Rayview is able to get right through everybody and hold that puck up. He kills some valuable seconds off the clock. Rayview holds it in. He takes a couple cross checks to the back. He's strong there. He's killed the rest of this penalty. Back to 5-on-5. Here comes McPherson. And Casey was lining up Moffat. But Moffat put on the brakes. Now the Rangers forced to throw that in. Rayview pitches his hit. And now up to Casey. Casey trying to go wide on his man as he tries to flick it over to Robinson, who jumped in on the rush, but he couldn't quite get through. Cornette Patterson doing a good job. He's able to strip that puck and get it low. Casey on the attack. Oh, Martin could have lined his man up, but went for the puck on that one. That one will be an icing call, so a good chance there for the Hawks to lay out the body, but they chose to keep it casual on that play.
A good competitive start to this one. If you'll remember, we jumped out to a 2-0 lead last time we played them. Didn't end up that way.
From the point, that's fired, hits a couple bodies in front, ends up in a corner, and Agnew's. That pass is made up through the neutral zone, just skips off Martin's stick, but he's able to pick it up on the other end. A little backhand towards the net, rebound. Casey comes in, fires it. Hits the goalie right in the crest as Baskin came out. A flick up and over for Hull. Hull's going to try to grab it on the other end. And the Hawks able to get by. The Rangers, possible, fires it right on. And it was tipped. McLaughlin had to be sharp on that one. Earlier, usually you warn the ref and it can't be done within 30 seconds. They just ask you to change, but no harm, no foul here. As Thibodeau comes in, that's to the point. Shot fires off the ref's head and deflection. Another shot from the point, deflected wide. Boudreau breaks his stick. He has to go to the bench and get a new one. Rangers able to hold it in. And now they fire another one from the point, but it's deflected high. And Millier throws the body against the boards as he had his man lined up. Now behind the net, that puck squirts out. And the Hawks still give it away there as Arsenault gives it away, and now it's out front. Lots of bodies. And just like that, a couple turnovers in your own end, and the puck ends up in the back of the net. Arsenault had that one on his stick. Sort of popped off his stick. He wasn't sure whether he was going to pass it to his D-man or fire around the boards, I think. Next thing you know, they were able to get that out to the slot, or to the back of the net. This one's an icing. What you said earlier, Tony, we got a little bit of a change up in the lines tonight, as you see Burnett and McPherson being centered by Cormier.
Yeah, the lines had been intact for quite a while. So it's one of the few shakeups we've seen all season, so we'll see what happens.
Well, we mentioned the Hawks record. At 2-6 in the last 8 games, they're about 1 goal lower in those 8 games than they are in the average of their regular season games. So they are looking to change things up and get back on flying form here. There's another pass that's looking for Van Horsen again, going to the net all alone.
Yeah,
it's only a matter of time before that one hooks up. That's not noticed. Van Horsen
yeah,
now
like
behind
you were
the net.
mentioning before, this is the line that we really need to be careful with.
Well, and after 6 or so games against this team, they've scored the same way with those same members.
Yeah. Plus you've got Baskin, who's hard on the body with them, so.
This one's offside, so it gives the Hawks a little time to throw that one up. Burnett chips that one in. The Hawks will go for a change. That one's fired up and off the mark. That'll be an icing. So Baskin's back in the net as he gets his gear fixed up. And while he was gone, his team was able to score a goal.
Yeah, too bad we weren't able to test the goalie coming off the bench.
There's Moffat as he flies by, but eventually is held up by Agnew. Now the Hawks able to move it up to Casey. Casey flicks it in. Martin on the attack. Martin being tied up by his man, and he gets bumped by another man. Now the puck's loose for a half a second, and eventually the ref blows that one down. 10 minutes into the game, we got a 1-1 game. It's back and forth action. 2 teams again fighting for top spot in the league here tonight. Rangers able to win the draw now behind the net. A little bit of pressure by Casey. And Martin was coming in and thinking about throwing the body, and that's the second time this game he's chosen to not finish a check, but he finishes one there in the back side of that camera lens you didn't see. Here comes Casey now, working his way to the net. Rangers from behind their net. They chip it in deep. They're on the attack. Big hit there by Gadet as both bodies come together looking for that loose puck. Gadet now trying to go wide as he fires one. Now, Burnett Patterson in with Boudreau. Almost seems like the Hawks are a little re-energized as everybody looks to be skating pretty good here overall with these new line changes. That one's icing. We talked about this earlier in the season where I said it would be interesting if there was a delay a game rule if you have more than 5 icings in a game. The 6th one gets you a delay a game. That one was definitely intentional. So if that rule came into effect, it would definitely change the way people look to ice the puck. Wrapped around the boards, Richard picks it up the other end. He fires it all the way around, but that's going to be picked up by the Rangers. Now the Rangers trying to get by Millier, but he stands up his man. Richard over there. Tries to fire this one up to Arsenault. Arsenault tries to dipsy-doodle around his man, but gets stopped at the line. Now down low, Arsenault's got a chance to fire it over to Millier, who was coming in from the point. He didn't miss by much. And there was a great chance for the Rangers to fire that one up for the breakaway, but that got picked off. And another icing call, Tony, and that makes 4 already for the Rangers.
Yeah, this is the beyond this at U18. You can't switch on the icings. But here it's a pretty good strategic move because you can switch them up.
St. Clair fires one and he hits shin pads. He's got to get back quick as Van Horsen was trying to sneak in behind him for the pass. That was an awkward one as both players were going towards the puck. The Rangers players stopped and got in front of Cormier and they collided. Almost turned out to be ugly as they went into the boards awkwardly. Cormier now able to strip that puck. So he tries to move it over to McPherson. McPherson gets tied up in the ref's skates, however. Now St. Clair's got a chance to strip that puck, but it ends up clearing the line, so Hawks got to retreat. Arsenault chips it in deep. McPherson with the bump. Now Cormier with the bump on his side. St. Clair's got to retreat again though, but he's able to knock that puck away. And there's St. Clair trying to line up Lewis, but he was able to jump out of the way at the last second. That could have been deadly. Travis now gets bumped off the puck. Now Cassaboom moves it up to Van Horsen. Van Horsen is lit up by St. Clair, and he heads to the bench. There's a shot on net. Dexter Glabs, no problem. St. Clair really threw the body on Van Horsen and knocked the wind out of him as he changed immediately. Seems to be okay though. Hawks win the draw, picked up by Gaudette behind the net now. He sends it over to his winger, Martin, but Martin unable to move the puck up. It's wrapped around to the other side. Casey now in a battle trying to get it out, but he ends up giving it to O'Toole at the line. Now it's shot from the point, and that fools McLaughlin. And the Rangers are up 2-1 as that one sneaks in blocker side.
Seeing eye shot there.
You get a few bodies in front of the net, and if it ain't a deflection, sometimes it can be a screen. But no shot from the point is ever a bad thing with traffic in front. That one's knocked in deep. First on it is the Rangers. Hawks missed that pass, but Martin trying to put on the Jets to catch up. Good job by the Rangers to get back as they were able to clear the zone. That one's called offside. So like most of the games, it's a battle of back and forth. It's just who's gonna crack first, and any miscue or mistake can sometimes lead to a chance, and whoever gets the most chances usually is the team who wins. So the whole goal of the game is to do the simple stuff more often than the other team.
Now we saw two players here go into the board awkwardly, and can't help but think of the Canada-Swiss game where Kevin Fiala went in awkwardly and unfortunately out for the season. So you always have stuff like that when you go awkwardly in, right?
Yeah, sometimes you're trying to hold your balance, and as you fall, it's actually worse. Richard flicks that up and into the zone. And now the Rangers trying to throw that up. Stretch pass is nice. Fires, and that misses the net. The Rangers pick it up on the other side, but they give that one right away, but it's kept in by Richards. Momentarily now as Boudreau now moves up. Great job there by Hull to back check and knock that away from Boudreau. And there's a great job by Richard not backing up and taking that puck away from the Rangers. And that one, just as it was offside, Cornette Patterson was laying his body into his man and caught the linesman and his own man as Friars. It's bumped there by Cornette Patterson. Hawks able to win that draw. They've done a much better job tonight so far in the early going here on the draws. We know that that was something they were not as dominant on in the last several games. That icing is called off. They call a chip pass. Baskin forced to play it, but he waited almost too long there as Cormier's on it, and that one gets sent straight up in the air and off the ceiling, and that'll be blown down, and face-off will be inside. Claire down low. McPherson now, he was looking in the slot area, but then he fired it down low. As Cormier able to knock it down low. He's on the attack, so he's going to be looking for the hit here, and he throws his man into the boards. Burnett tries to back him up, but the puck jumps behind him, and here come the Rangers. Rangers, Travis walks in, and great job there by St. Clair to come over and throw the body. Claire's thrown a couple beauty hits early on here so far. Kosovoom now looking to get to that line, but Hawks are all over him. And here comes Rayfuse now, but he's all alone. He's got to wait for some reinforcements. He's stripped to the puck. Casey now on the attack. Lewis able to skate it into the zone as he tries to cut in. He goes up to the point. Now along the boards, they take a shot that misses. And Van Horsen fires from the other side. He misses on that side. So it keeps wrapping around side to side here, but the Rangers still first on the puck. Bohannon now puts it behind the net. Van Horsen tries to chip it out for the one-timer in front, but that's picked up by the Hawks and flicked down the ice. Rangers now elude Casey with a nice little move as they move the puck up. Here comes Moffett. Moffat's got some wheels trying to get around Agnew, but Agnew up for the task. Now Martin hammers his man. There's going to be a penalty here. I'm not sure what it's called. I see Rayfuse down. Looks like an interference call. It's going to Rangers. O'Toole heads to the box. Hawks will be on their power play, second one of the game. Cornette, Patterson, Arsenault, and Boudreau start things off. Arsenault right in the slot. He likes that shot for sure. Yes, he's got a good one. You give him a chance in that slot too many times, and he'll put that one away. That one's blocked by Arsenault. As he was trying to walk in on top of the dot. There's Millier from far out, but it's tipped. Now a one-timer to Arsenault, and that just misses wide. So a couple good looks early in this power play. The first 30 seconds. Hawks unable to complete that pass. And that's knocked down the ice. Now Richard, so elusive. Made made that little dipsy doodle look easy, but another pass off the mark, icing, and after a great first 30 seconds of that power play, the Hawks looked terrible the next 20. Here comes Cormier flying up the wing. Tries to put on the brakes, but loses the puck. And now in the corner, Fournette picks it up. He was thinking about walking right out. And now, nobody in front of the net here for a pass, though. Everybody was off to the side there, Tony. You seen Fournette behind the net looking for a pass, but when he looked over, he had McPherson in the corner, and against the wall was Cormier, so there was no setup man. And now, with not two on the puck, finally Cormier comes back, able to pick this one up. 30 seconds to go here on the power play. That one's dropped back to McPherson. McPherson and Cormier get it back up to the line. Robinson shoots, Burnett tips, and that just goes wide. And now McPherson able to pick it up, but again, the Hawks are changing, so there's no man out there to pass in front. Now Gaudette fires one off the net. McPherson trying to get control of it. And that one's flicked up. As Gaudette able to knock it down. Gaudette's going to be by himself as he fires that one in. A couple of rebounds here early by Baskin. If the Hawks can drive the net. Rebounds are to be had. Here's another one. That goes off Martin in front of the net. He was looking for it, but it fell behind him. And now here come the Rangers. And they're lucky that one didn't connect, as they almost got caught, as nobody was coming back fast enough. And that'll do it for the first period. Hawks got up 1-0 early, but Rangers storm back to be up 2-1 after the first, so we'll take a 10-minute intermission. We'll see what the Hawks have in store for the second. we're back here for the second period. Rangers up 2-1. It's been a back and forth affair here tonight. Rangers knocking in deep right out of the go. Dexter behind the net leaves it for Gaudet. Chips it around to Arsenault. Arsenault tries to flick it out to Cornette Patterson. And he loses it. Here goes Van Horsen looking to load up at a stick that had fallen out of the hands. There's a nice pass again. Over to, I'm not sure who that is. Is that
Baskin on the back door, yeah. Oh, here we go.
Arsenault now behind the net. He's unable to make a play, and here come the Rangers as Travis over the line with Van Horsen. Now from behind the net, it's knocked up to the line. There's a shot looking for a deflection on the side. Is Rangers able to keep it in here, and now Van Horsen along the boards. And again, another stick goes flying. As Hawks able to get that one back in their hands. Van Horsen knocked down. He's trying to keep it in. And that's picked up by the Rangers in deep, and the Hawks finally able to knock it out of harm's way. Hawks put it in deep. They'll go for a change. And again, we've seen this happen a lot in the last little bit. The Hawks get caught again. Tony, this is crazy how often this is happening. No harm, no foul that time, but we played against the Flyers the other night, and that happened twice, exactly like that, before it led to a breakaway in the second and got the Flyers up 2-0. Especially when you got a far change to the other side. There's a great chance there by the Hawks. You've got to make sure that you don't change everybody at once. Offside, so lots of time here for the Hawks to set something up. And the pass is not made, but Cormier able to pick up the scraps, put it in deep. And here come the Rangers, 2-0. How did this happen? And the Hawks get fooled. I just don't know what to say on that play, Tony. That puck was in deep behind the net, and a 2-on-2 transpired with one pass.
A 2-0.
Sorry, yes. Well, the Hawks got themselves in a little hole here now.
To get a little harder on those pucks, I think.
Well, we say it all the time, Tony. Every team's a little bit different, and this Rangers team is built on these backdoor style passes and stealth type play, east to west. They know where everybody is, I guess is what I'm trying to say. And you got to be aware of where these guys are on the ice, because they're not a north-south team like a lot of the other teams we play that just grind you, get the puck to the point, look for the scraps in front of the net. This team plays with a little bit more finesse, and when things go good, they can light up the scoreboard as they got more goals than anybody in the league by quite a few.
Yeah.
There's 5 guys on the ice at most times. You got to be aware of where everybody else is. But we've seen a 2-goal lead evaporate last game. Maybe we'll see another one evaporate this time. Rangers in again, looking close around the net. As they move around, Bohannon tries to fire one through, but that gets blocked by Martin Skates, but he still got it as he moves in. Fires one, and that just goes wide as he was looking to snipe that one over the glove of McLaughlin through a little bit of traffic. Rangers have come out throwing the body a little bit here. In the second as Hall finishes his check. not only are they up on the scoreboard, but the hitting attack now continuing too, as the feistiness by the Rangers is looking good and strong. Hawks again unable to get this one in deep, but Casey able to pick that up, walking across the line. He stood up. And he catches it on the other side, but just gives it right back to the Rangers. And the Rangers are going to ice that one. And a little bit of a slow start here these first 4 or so minutes here for the Hawks, as the Rangers have come out flying and profiling, while the Hawks still trying to look the part. And another giveaway there, as that puck is passed right to the Rangers. Now they come on a fast break over the line. Quick shot. That was called offside.
Yeah, that's just not good enough there. Like, gotta be smarter managing the puck than that.
Oh, we seen the second goal in the first period was on the Hawks player's stick. And then all of a sudden, the play wasn't made. The Rangers pick it up, put it to the slot, and it's in one, and they tie the game up. And then, again, the puck was knocked in deep on that last goal. Hawks get caught there, so it's just a couple key mistakes here by the Hawks.
Again.
Another giveaway. Rangers able to get it in. As that one was looking to be fired up to Arsenault, who was all alone, but gets caught up in the linesman's skates. And again, that one's sent out right to the middle of the ice. And the Rangers almost picked that up in prime scoring position. Hawks gotta be careful as they're offside. They got to clear. Rangers going to have lots of time here.
Well, I got to tell you, Jamie, like this little line tweaks have not had the desired effect on everybody. I'll tell you that.
Rangers retreat back. That pass is off the mark. Put in deep by Gaudette. Cormier now in deep with it. Fournette trying to angle his man. Now Sinclair to Cormier. Cormier walking in, puts the puck off Baskin's pad, as he was hoping Fournette or McPherson would be crashing the net for a rebound. Here comes Troop as he tries to go through. Fournette. Oh, Fournette gets clipped there in the side of the cage by Duplessis. Almost a blindside hit, but no call.
Par for the course there for Duplessis.
Well, we've seen Fournette already be out with concussion protocol. Here's a shot from the point. Dexter able to stop it. And I think the Rangers are going to get a penalty here for a bump on McLaughlin.
Yeah.
McLaughlin's not sure as he looks over at the ref. So goalie interference on the Rangers, and it's Duplessis going to the box. Knocks over to Boudreau. Boudreau being harassed as he's been stick there by O'Toole. Rangers able to clear that down the ice. Good head up to Cormier. Cormier to Boudreau. Now Boudreau will regroup as he enters into the Rangers zone. Drops it back for Arsenault. Arsenault back to Cormier. Cormier back up to Gaudette. Cormier walks in, he's got some room. And Baskin makes that one look easy with a glove save. Baskin, one of the top goalies in the league, is showing his form there with a nice glove save. He's always hard to beat, as traffic is the way to go and down low. Sometimes we tend to see a few 5-hole goals on Baskin from sharp angles.
They forgot to put the penalty time on the clock. There's 1:21 left in the power play.
Well, the clock is
Gifted
finally
6
back
seconds there.
up. Millier unable to hold it in at the line. So the Rangers are going to knock that out. Arsenault, Cormier, and Boudreau back together here on the power play. Away there.
Yep.
There's a nice pass. Gaudette fires it, and that just goes wide. Great look there for the Hawks. Another glove save by Baskin from a sharp angle.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Bundle number 5.
Able to win this draw, but can't hold it in at the line as Hall does a great job coming through. It's knocked in deep, but Rangers look like they're going to be first on it. They knock it behind the net. Millier comes in to hold it in. Just over 30 seconds to go here, and that one sent the length of the ice. McLaughlin's going to be forced to play it. He plays it off the boards to Millier. Millier gets hit from behind. And now Millier might take a penalty here. He's going to call both of them. So the Hawks were up. But Millier unable to stay out of the after whistle stuff, and that'll even things up by the looks of it. Looks like the coach is having it out with one of the refs. They were just trying to say, hey, he got hit from behind, and then he gives him a little push back. It shouldn't be equal. But the ref stands his ground hard and says, be careful, I'll call you another one. Rangers doing a great job killing the remainder of the Hawks' power play here. They send it the length of the ice. And here comes Van Horsen. McLaughlin out to play it, as he had to be sharp because Horsen looking to take advantage of that. It looks like the ref's going to call.
The puck hopped onto the bench, I think.
Okay, I know some people were yelling too many men. It was close, but I thought they were good, but then he blew the whistle. I didn't see the puck jump into the boards, but One by the Rangers put in deep. Now behind the net. That pass goes off a couple shin pads and ends up on Richards' stick, but he sends it down low. Now they battle in the corner and they come up with it, the Rangers. Van Horsen looking to go cross ice. That deflects wide. Richards puts that in deep. Baskin knocks it behind the net. And now St. Clair under duress is two Rangers in a... Baskin just sat alone, all alone in that slot, nobody on him, but the Rangers just unable to get that pass to him. Rayfuse now tries to chip that. And Van Horsen does a great job laying the body, and here's a great chance as the Rangers don't miss by much on that one. Rangers again looking. They decide to go behind the net. Friars now gets caught up with the ref, sends it back over to Van Horsen. Van Horsen gets on the brakes, goes back down low. Van Horsen able to keep it in. And the Hawks just turn and fire that for an icing as they needed to settle things down. That'll send everybody off for a change.
Yeah, too many turnovers and people trying to get on the offense too early.
Well, it was a good first period, other than a couple just, chances that the Rangers were able to capitalize a few more, or a couple more than the Hawks were able to. It was a back and forth affair. Good period, a lot of good things. But this second period so far, the Hawks have looked like they're playing a team that's way above them. Now Arsenault able to get it in, but not deep enough. Rangers flick that one out easily. Hawks put that one in deep, Baskin behind the net to stop that. Cormier trying to pressure his man. Couple good passes there, and the Rangers going to try to catch it on the other end. That's knocked down. Bohannon able to keep it in. He walks in, and that one goes off Dexter's glove and hops up and over. And that'll go 4-1, as he'd like to have that one back. Bohannon, though, had lots of room to walk in, and he walked into the tops of the circles. Was able to rip that one. Hawks just got to start here, Tony, by getting one. Just try to get the engines going at least. Throw everything towards the net and bust your ass to the net and look for a rebound. Just something to motivate them here, as they just look defeated here today so far. And they had a really good first period. That's the interesting part here, but the Rangers have just come out in full force here in the second. Here's a chance now for the Hawks as they come across the line. Fournette's around, tries to get the shot away, but he goes up and over the net, wraps all the way around. Hawks again on a change. They just get back in time as both of them went for the change. Rangers finally get pushed to the side here. There's a shot deflected wide. I see you shaking your head, Tony. It's just unsure what the Hawks are doing here. Again, the passes are off the mark. Right in the slot again. Dexter able to get the blocker on that one. Another shot from far out, and Dexter chips that up over the glass, and that'll slow things down. Almost seems like the Rangers are on a power play the whole second period here.
Yeah, maybe the switch of lines isn't a strong enough message, and people are going to have to start spending a little extra time on the bench here. It's just not good enough, Jamie.
Well, like we've mentioned, they're 2-6 in the last 8 games. The Hawks have really been on the downside of things. They remained in top spot in the league, but ever since the Monctonian that team you saw, they're still fighting to get back there. Here's a chance here, and another glove save by Baskin on Rayfuse. So that's about the fourth shot they put on the glove. And we mentioned how at some point you got to stop doing the same things. Maybe put it on the pads and look for a rebound. And now there's a big scrap in front of the net, and Rayfuse was right in the mix of things. He's going to get thrown to the box with his man, I think. As it almost looked like the Charlottetown game there for a second. If you didn't see that game, folks, that was a dandy. Probably could have had about 4 people called out of that game before the ice jam. But the refs just put the people in the boxes and let them not get any misconducts. But they'll both go to the box here. It'll remain 5-on-5. Hawks still pressing to get that second goal. Burnett Patterson able to win the draw, but right off the draw, Hall, who's been such a presence this game, went straight through, picked up the puck. It's a hand pass by Duplessis, but Hawks pick it up. Flicked out of the zone by the Rangers. 2-on-2 brewing up here. Now everybody's involved. Duplessis drops it back for Friars, and Friars puts it on net. It bounced up in the air. And here's a shot from the top of the circle, and McLaughlin able to get his stick on that one, or the glove on that one, and cover up. Martin having some words with Friars. I'll tell you this, Tony, as I grew up playing this level as well, you ain't gonna win the talking battles when you're down 4-1.
But it's Valentine's Day, Jamie.
Nothing better than a sweet punch to the face. Come back and win this game 5-4 and seal it with a kiss to the air is what you got to be working on. Oh, giveaway there right in front, but Richard able to act quick on there and pick it up again. And there's a shot. Good save there by Baskin as he had to come out to the top of the crease and find that puck. Lewis knocks it in deep. Millier now sends it around to Boudreau, but Boudreau can't handle it. Now they have a 4-man scramble. 3 of them are Hawks. And the Rangers able to keep that in. So a 3-on-1, and the Hawks didn't come out with the puck there. That one's in deep. Arsenault in to hold it. 2 Hawks down low, unable to keep it in, and the Rangers. Here comes Van Horsen. We talked about it earlier. You got to get bodies on him. There's a good job. Throwing the body on him, but did he just get through to take that shot? No, that was Travis. There's another shot. Tips and finally sent down the ice on goal. So Van Horsen tries to move it to the net there, Tony. Finally, the Hawks get physical on him. But it's Travis driving the net, picks up the loose rebound, and gets a great scoring chance. That's the difference. Wanting those goals a little bit more. Those rebounds, those loose pucks in front of the net. Rangers all skating well here tonight. There's a deflection up and over the net. Now Black here sends it back behind the net. Rangers, look at this, walk right out, fired off the crossbar. He just walked right out. This is 5-on-5, folks. This is not a power play for the Rangers. Walked right out from the corner and threw that one out the crossbar. Hawks are lucky to escape that one. And there's a shot right on. And another glove save by Basket. Well, the Hawks are going to be entertaining the Express tomorrow on LC Bucktook. And then we'll be heading there Monday.
Over to Pownell, PEI.
They're the top team over there. They've only lost a couple games this year as well, so they'll be a tough match here. But first, we got to get it together here with this Rangers team. Rebound given up by McLaughlin as the Rangers able to jump on it, get it back up to the point. They send it in deep. Rangers doing a good job working the puck up high and down low. Great views now. Throws his body. Little chip by Casey to Martin. Martin sends it up to Millier. Millier flicks it in. Baskin will cover up. Good draw there. As Rape is able to win it clean. A low shot by Martin this time to change things up. Maybe the wrong pad though, as it kicked out to the corner and not out to the slot. And Casey tries to throw the body there as he gets a little more physical down low. Bouchard tries to poke that to keep that one in. Rangers stretch pass up to Friars. Friars over to Hall. Hall walks in, tries to go. He tried to pass that cross ice. It went off McLaughlin's pad as he was sliding across and snuck through the 5-hole. It looks like we're going to get a goaltender change here with 2:55 to go here in the second period.
Correct me if I'm wrong, I think this is the first time that's happened this season.
Yes, sir. Last game we played was, I believe, was it against the Rangers, Tony? Is that the last? No, we played the Flyers, so I was going to say we had our... Nonetheless, first goaltender change here. 3 minutes to go in the second. Hawks are down 5-1. The Rangers are going to be looking to continue their winning ways here, but here's a chance. Can Cormier get there first? Oh, it's a race. Good job there. As he tried to get there, tries to send it back. And that just goes out of the line. Cormier showing his speed, but the Rangers as well.
Cormier made his debut with the U15 AAA Flyers last night against the Northern Moose and was able to pick up an assist in that game. So,
well, he showed his talent right there with a little bit of speed. Cross ice pass, but it goes off a stick. And now Agnew's got to be sharp. And that one's again tipped towards the net, looking for that cross ice pass. And now behind the net, jumps out front. Richford pounces on it immediately. And again, you see the quickness and the creativity there as that one right to Van Horsten. And as soon as it hits his stick, he deflected it out towards the middle of the net. And they almost got a chance. Picked up by Arsenault as he tried to sneak in, but Bohannon able to jump in. I find the D of the Rangers have done an exceptional job jumping up into the play and using their physicality to keep pucks in and move in from the line and get some good shots in the high slot area. Rangers now looking for the stretch pass, but that's knocked away. Watch out for the offside. And they do call that an offside as Van Horsen got tangled up with a couple Hawks players. If not, Rangers would have been off to the races with a breakaway. It's almost like the Hawks just aren't ready for the creativity and the flying, skating power here of the Rangers this period. They're sneaking in behind them. You see a lot of stretch passes or flick passes where they're being creative and sneaking a guy from left to right or right to left, catching it on the other side. Rangers just aren't being pressured enough with the puck, and they're having lots of success with their passes. Moved up to the line, Richard back down to Fournette. Fournette down low. Back up, it goes through everybody. And again, look at the Rangers all flying here. Good thing for Richard to hold his man up because no Hawks were coming back. Another stretch pass up, one-on-one. No one just sneaks off the stick. And Richard able to throw his body just enough, but he's got some backup. He turns and fires. Great chance there. Rangers pick up the loose puck, but the Hawks able to knock it out of the zone. 30 seconds to go here. Rangers skating across the line and put it in deep. Richard stops it behind the net. Does a little pick play to get in front of the Rangers. Gives the Hawks a little bit of time to play this. Hawks unable to get it out. They got to fire it down the ice, and that'll be an icing. And holy moly, Tony, they're going to have to recharge their batteries here after this period as they're looking below 10%. Rangers win the draw, but the Hawks able to pick it up. Rayfuse now just trying to kill the last few seconds of this period off as he sends it down the length of the way. And that'll be it for the second. The Rangers come up big in the second and take a commanding 5-1 lead after starting this period 2-1. It's been all Rangers, all over the ice, and the Hawks have no answers. Let's see if they can recharge their batteries and give us a little bit of a third period here. See you in about 10 minutes. All right, folks, welcome back for the third period. It's been all Rangers in the second. Were the Hawks able to recharge? Did the message get sent through? We'll find out here in the next 20 minutes. Boudreau trying to sneak in, throws that puck towards the net. And look at the Rangers looking for the stretch pass. Off the boards, and Gaudette able to knock that one out. Knocked in deep, that sneaks by Baskin. Hawks able to put it down deeper. But the Rangers looking for that flick pass again. That goes through everybody. Cormier now knocks that in deep. That'll be an icing. Rangers always have one guy. Oh, did I step? Did you step? Rangers have one guy always high, Tony, and whenever they get possession of that puck down low, which they've been doing so good, they send that stretch pass. And there's a giveaway again as nobody's ready for the puck. That one shot through, but blocked down by Richard. He's been pretty good overall, Richard, tonight. Patterson now fires that, and that misses a couple deflections in front that could have helped the Hawks tremendously. Brett Patterson now tries to hold that in. He goes hard against the glass, ends up falling down, but he's okay. Flicks that one in deep. Rangers looking for that stretch pass again. Nobody paying attention to the far side. Hawks change 2D at once again. St. Clair down low, trying to hold his man off. Rangers get support, move it up to the point. Try to knock it down low, but the Hawks pick that one up. Now McPherson puts that in deep. He'll go for a change. Almost a giveaway there, but Martin couldn't handle it. Kept in for a half a second by Casey. Rangers able to chip it around as Richford picks it up, fires it around the boards for Martin to pick up. Martin can't quite get there. It ends up clearing the zone, and Rayfew's got a 2-on-1 with Casey. He shoots it right into the stomach of Basket. And those are the plays, Tony, we talk about. We've seen them practice a couple times where they get that exact play. You got to put it off the far pad low of the goalie to try to kick it out to F2, who's crashing the net. That one hits the belly, which doesn't give the Hawks any chance at a rebound. And there's a nice far pass into the slot, and it jumps off the stick of the Rangers. Casey now across the line, throws that one on net. Can't be gloved down by Baskin this time, and Martin trying to get to the loose puck. Cormier gets caught flat-footed there, and Hall trying to pressure Gaudette. Gaudette able to make the pass. And Arsenault gives it away at the line, but picked up by Gaudette. Bohannon able to keep that in. Cormier slaps that around the boards. Gaudette's going to chip that up to Boudreau. Boudreau tries to get it up, and that just squirts off Arsenault's stick. He would have been on the fast break there, but that's icing.
Also want to mention, Jamie, Robinson is out there. He left the game in the second period with potential wrist or arm injury, so we don't have an update as of yet, but hopefully it's not too serious.
So the Hawks down to 5D. Boudreau, can he get through? And the puck was pushed a little bit too far ahead. Rangers able to knock that away. St. Clair gets it in deep. Music's still playing in the background here as everybody's yelling at the timekeeper to shut her down. Now Lewis walks in, all alone, top of the circle. Oh, a tip in front of the net. Nobody can clear the net. O'Toole got his stick on that. That puck went down immediately, but just wide. Rangers making their passes look so easy as they transition so well today so far in this game. Here come the Hawks. They send that one in deep, knocked away by Baskin. McPherson now trying to do something with it off the boards. He's got some help with Fournette. Patterson to Fournette. Fournette tries to stick handle a few too many times. Now Guinette trying to hold it in. It was passed to the front of the ice and picked away by the Rangers. There's a chance to get it in deep. They don't. And here come the Rangers. The Hawks able to get back to a nice early pass, but just off the mark as Patterson is looking to get going. Great job there by McPherson to come back and help Burnett to hold the Rangers off from entering the zone there. Always knocked down the ice. That'll be an icing as the Hawks got a little lazy there. All they had to do was skate 2 feet.
Or have a look.
Wrapped around but not out. Rangers able to knock it in. Millier first on it. Wraps it back around to Richard. Richard wheels and deals but unable to make a play. And the Rangers able to hold that in. Now Millier gets it over to Richard. Richard up to Casey who chips it to the line but not in deep. And the Rangers come back the other way. Watch out for the stick there. Casey, he gets away with that one as that could have been a trip. Now beside the net. Puck's so dangerous with these Rangers behind the net. They look to go into the slot. Goes. That's kept in by the Rangers. Rangers try to get it up to the top of the crease. Shot. Richford the save. Now the Rangers try to shovel out front. Richford knocks that away with a stick from the point. And Martin able to get a stick on it. And finally, Millier turns and fires, and that skips over the blue line. Great little move there by the Rangers. They can't get it in deep as they catch the linesman on that dump in. Hall, done a great job so far today, gets involved. Again, he's been on fire today. He's been everywhere. Rangers doing a great job down low, holding that puck. As the Hawks just can't make passes clean and efficiently enough. Especially with the pressure of this Rangers team. Now the stick's all up under the armpit of Casey. And here come the Hawks. Trying to make something happen as Boudreau tries to skate around the net and fire one. Now Cormier goes up to the point. That one goes through but off a couple skates and wide. Agnew now knocks it in deep. Gives it right to the Rangers, and the Rangers coming out with some steam. St. Clair able to get that down the ice. Hawks create a turnover, trying to send it out front. Oh, Boudreau wasn't quite ready. Rangers coming on a rush here. Lots of speed. And the Rangers have time to dipsy-doodle their way around. St. Clair tries to knock that one around, not all the way though. Rangers just being tough on the puck. Hawks give it right back to them finally. Oh, it skips up and over the line. Arsenault able to elude a hit as he tries to make a pass, but it's offside. Well, the Hawks are trying this period, but the Rangers are just so dominant here as they're applying force left and right and making it hard for the Hawks. And this hole that the Hawks have got themselves in might be a little bit too deep to get out of. Knocked in deep. Guedette back. Sends it around, but the Rangers come in to hold the puck in. Rangers in full force now of pinching at the right times. It's called a hand pass. Flyers came back from the Rangers after being down 4-0 in the first. 6-0 early in the second, came back to make that a 6-4 game. If the Hawks can apply any kind of pressure and make this a game, that would be... There's a one-timer. Richford comes across and makes the save. As again, we see the east-west play of the Rangers. As that was a blistering shot right off the shoulder and helmet of Richford.
Yeah, the turnover ratio is definitely not in our favor today. That's been one of the stories of the game.
Oh, we talked about it earlier. This team in the year, Monctonian, the Hawks were just so hard on pucks they gave other teams no chance to have a second to breathe. And it feels like that's what the Rangers have done to the Hawks in the last couple games. That one's from the point as they go D to D, through traffic, tip wide. As the Rangers have lots of time from the points to walk in and let plays develop in front of the net. Nobody out there to work the stick. That one's chipped out of play. And two Hawks down low. Got to be careful that you don't get too caught deep, especially when you're down so much. Rayfuse knocks that in deep. They'll go for a change. Casey now behind the net. Goes off some shin pads. Kept in. Here's a chance for the Hawks. They got to make this one count, but they put that one right in the belly of basket. As he set up good on that one. That one's wrapped around. Rangers trying to get it out, but Hawks able to keep it in so far. Another chance for the Hawks. Should have maybe fired that one just on net and looked for a rebound, but now the Rangers come back the other way. Van Horsen, here's where you got to get body on body. And he's able to get in. He's going to look to go upstairs. No. He walks around. He's still got it. Nice save, Richford. Rebound through traffic. Another chance as the Rangers try to feed that out front, but Guedette able to get his stick on that puck. Van Horsen had too much time with that puck. And this is what we talked about earlier, Tony. You got to get bodies on these top players, especially Van Horsen and Travis. They can't have that much time with the puck without being hit. But the Hawks giving them free reins. Burnett now, as he tries to work through the D, he gets knocked down. There's another shot as McPherson moves in for the rebound, but Baskins playing great, keeping his team up by 4. Patterson able to win it, but the Rangers go straight through on the draw and pick up the loose puck. Here come the Rangers again. The D just backing right up. Fan on the shot by Hall. D got to step up, Tony, giving the Rangers way too much space in those slot areas. The Rangers have two guys down deep looking for that stretch pass. Here's a chance, and that goes fired over the net by Fournette. Picked up by McPherson behind the net, tries to send out to Fournette. Quick shot. Oh, Basket's up for the task. Great save. Now from the point, shot well over the net. Picked up on the other side by Richard. Richard knocks it in deep. And now behind the net. The Hawks try to feed it out front. McPherson now in for a battle. He's got to hold off Hall, he does just enough for Millier to come around and fire it in deep. They'll go for a change. And again, the Rangers going to have lots of time here to move it up through the neutral zone. That's picked off by St. Clair. Good job there. Fires it into the Rangers zone. That pass is chipped down. Hawks able to knock it down and put it in. That goes off the linesman. There's a flick pass. We've seen that a few times this game. Richford sets that one up, but that pass is knocked away by Richards. Pass off the mark for Martin. D-to-D pass by the Rangers as they move it up to the neutral zone. McQuaid now tries to hit Moffett. O'Toole going to be first on it. O'Toole chips it over. And finally, Agnew able to steal that puck. So he moves it to Martin. Martin sends it down the ice. That looks like it'll be an icing call, and it is. Able to win the draw behind the net. It's passed up but not out as Arsenault unable to chip that out. Now down low all the way to the D-man, but picked up for the second attempt. Arsenault now comes in. He's got lots of people to help him out. Oh, it sneaks through everybody. Nice chance there for the Hawks. As they all went crashing to the net, but the puck snuck through all of them. Now the Hawks look to get a little gritty here down low. That one's picked off by the Rangers, and the Rangers, Cadet steps up to hold them in check. And now it's a four-man scramble. And Arsenault knocks it in, but not deep. The Rangers knock it in deep. Travis puts a little pressure on, but Millier able to chip it out of the zone, but McQuaid picks it up on the other end as the Hawks get caught flat-footed. Now Kosoboom walking right in. Somebody's got to step up. And that one's fired hard as Kosoboom, the D-man, picks it up from outside the red line, walks it right in. And the D-man just keep backing up. There's a shot from the point, knocked down by Millier. Millier turns and fires that down the ice. That goes off a body, so no icing. There's another flick play, but that goes off the roof. We've seen that numerous times this game.
Good thing Imperial is nearby to replace any sheet metal.
That's the second one off the roof tonight, Tony. Able to win that draw. They send it all the way around. Richard going to be quick to get to it. Holds it in. Fournette over to Patterson. Trying to get a load. He sends it out front. That's tipped wide. Here come the Rangers. 3-on-2. The Hawks going to have to hurry to get back. Oh, the pass is off the mark. But the Rangers still have it as they look to go down load up high. Richard able to hold that in as he gets it to McPherson. McPherson fires it off the mark. And Cornette Patterson gets the puck stripped away from him. Fournette over to Richard. Richard up to McPherson, who knocks it in. Hawks will go for a change. McPherson tries to angle his man up the Hall. Hall puts on the brakes, puts it in deep. Now Cook has a battle down low with Agnew. Rayfuse there to help. Rayfuse tries to chip it up to his man, goes off skates. And Rayfuse fires that one all the way across, picked off by the Rangers. Rangers try to fire that one through, goes off a skate at Cadet. So a couple bounces both ways there, but the Hawks come out with that shot, tipped up wide. Well, it started off good as the Hawks got up 1-0, and ever since then, that was the only goal they're seeing this game. As it was a new lineup, power play goal. And it looked promising. Here come the Rangers. Good job there by Agnew to knock that one down. Rangers put that one in deep, first on it. They're fast on those pucks. And now a battle ensues in the corner. Rangers looking for a loose puck here. They try to send that one out front, goes through everybody. There's Richford up for the task again. That snuck through everybody. Well, there's not many times you can double up your score, but if the Hawks get one more goal, they just doubled their point value. Can they do it? First, they got to get possession of this puck as Van Horsen walks in. Quick shot, Richford. No rebound.
So tomorrow it's a, is it a 1 o'clock start?
1 o'clock against the Eastern Express from PEI coming to LC Bukta. Off the draw, they walk in. Richford able to knock that away. He fanned on that shot a little bit. Casey now. He goes wide, tries to move that over to Arsenault. Chips that towards the net. It's loose for a half a second. That should draw a crowd. Martin's involved. What's going to happen here is it's pretty calm overall considering.
Yeah, this one's pretty much out of reach, where there's no sense in doing anything foolish and getting suspended or anything like that for a game, upcoming game.
How does that song go, Tony? You gotta know when to hold them.
Yeah.
Know when to fold them. Know
To
when
know
to walk away.
That's going to be important, yeah.
Yep. Rangers not done yet. They still got their top line playing all their shifts. They want points, points, points galore. And now it's back up to the point. Look at a sail went through. Oh, that one's tipped. And that one just goes up and over. They even caught the crossbar. The Rangers do make a line change. Let's see if this line, they push everybody back though. So the Rangers are going to come right back with this line. So there's no fair play here, even with a 5-point game.
No chocolates, even though it's Valentine's Day.
Yes, sir. Odd man break. This is your chance to make something happen, and it's Boudreau able to double up, Tony. He put it all on red, or was it black? Either way, he doubles up on the breakaway. A little something to celebrate after Hawks win the draw. Millier down back with it. He's under duress though, so he tries to send it back up to Boudreau, the goal scorer. Boudreau unable to chip it up to his man. And again, Tony, they're playing with the puck here, waiting for some support. I'm not sure what they're doing. Finally knocked back down low, but Arsenault's not down low enough, but he's able to chip that one out. And Cormier tries to sneak through. He tried to knock that with his long reach and catch it on the other side. Cormier regrouping, trying to get a little bit of speed here as he enters through the neutral zone. Knocks it in deep. Boudreau able to hold that in, but he shoots that a little too hard. Arsenault's got to be quick to get over there to keep it down low. He sends it up high, off shin pads, and it's a breakaway for Hull. And Hull fans on it. It might have sounded like a shot. It looks like the Rangers are going to get a penalty here. Some people are just prone to shin pads. I say it all the time. He's had a great game today here tonight in St. Clair, but man, does he ever hit a lot of shin pads.
And again there I see Blake Robinson in his suit with a little bit of ice going. So get well soon, Blake.
Yeah, I believe it's his wrist. Well, Hall's had himself quite a game there. He had a breakaway. Unfortunately, couldn't get the finish there as he tried to go with that last stick handle. The puck sort of skipped away. There's a score! What a shot by Cormier on the power play. That's two tonight, Tony. Looks like the Hawks are going to call a timeout as the Hawks able to make it a 5-3 game. Just got to keep battling here. Not sure what they're doing. I think they're going to try to call the goalie out, but against this Rangers team, I don't think that's probably the best bet. I think you just hammer away, try to get one more. But nonetheless, he's ready to skate to the bench. Hawks got to get possession here with 1:10 to go. They made it a little bit of a ball game. Still a long ways to go. 1:10 and eating 2. Rangers able to win the draw. Hawks knock it in deep. Richford's gone, but it looks like the Rangers have possession. Nobody down low here to keep that puck in. Finally, the Hawks able to get it, but they're under attack. They put it down low and now sent out front. Rebound! There's a rebound again. It's loose. Knocked away. Got to hurry and get there. As Arsenault trying to hold his man. Here comes Cormier. Cormier down low. Trying to feed that out front. Puck's loose side of the net. It's loose. Scores! No, the referee blows the whistle. Loose puck goes in. Should be 4-5, but it's blown down. And that's a tough break for the Hawks as they try to battle themselves back. Big draw here coming up for the Hawks. 30 seconds to go, down by 2. Hawks win the draw. Oh, it's a giveaway, but it's not the skate. He's got to hold him off. It's Millier. And here come the Hawks. 20 seconds to go. Boudreau under duress. Fournette down low. He's got to hold it. Get possession here. Up to Cadet. Fires it through. Tip. Rebound. Oh, what a save basket. Oh, another one. I don't know where it is. It's under basket, but he looked behind him. He wasn't sure if he had that one, Tony. 6.8, and the Hawks have come to life. Big draw here to get 1. Getting 2 might be out of the question, but can they get 1 more? It's going to start with a big draw by Arsenault. And he's unable to get it. It's down low. They plug it in the corner. And that should do it, but will it draw a crowd? The whistle's over. Does everybody make it out unscathed? Yes. And the Hawks, late comeback, a little too short. A goal called off late that would have made it even closer. But unfortunately, they shut down in the second period, and that's all it took for the Rangers to overtake this game, and it was just too big of a hole to dig themselves out of. But tomorrow, let's see if the Hawks can get out of this 2-7 in the last 9 games and try to win one exhibition style against the Eastern Express. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you tomorrow.